Nancy Pontone. I work at the Field Museum as an assistant collections manager, and I work in the anthropology collections, specifically with the Philippine collection here at the museum. The Field Museum has a collection of over 10,000 artifacts that were originally collected in the Philippines over 100 years ago. So this collection was being amassed between 1906 and 1911 through an anthropological expedition that was directly influenced by the 1904 World's Fair in St. Louis. There was a wealthy benefactor named R.F. Cummings who then bankrolled this trip. So it was a really big deal because at that time, 1906, that's really early on in the Field Museum's history. So this was one of the first expeditions to actually collect on behalf of the Field Museum's anthropology holdings. Since then, the collection was on display, but slowly came off display over the 1900s, and honestly has been largely in disuse for the last couple of decades. It's really a big deal for us that back in 2014 we got a grant to digitize the collection to begin this process. Our goal was 80%, and the idea there was if there's no exhibition for this collection, and if this is a very comprehensive collection, which is largely unmatched by most other museums, what are we really doing with it? And there was this question of, there's this large Filipino-American community in Chicago and the surrounding Chicagoland area. Is there any way that we can connect these objects in our vaults to that community? And what benefits would there be on both sides from making that connection?
Wow. The front is different, yeah? Look at that. From the one below it, it's different. So this is Mandaya. And these markings, these markings here, these are interesting because these are tattoo patterns as well. This one, though, is really interesting because it is similar to some forms of the babalakay design among the Apayao, but also among the Gimpon or Itlog people and Ilocanos. They have similar designs in their textiles. You have the Pinay Pai Juju. The Pinay Pai Juju is commonly interpreted as mountains, but Iju, that means an omen bird, and you can see that it looks like birds. So this would be omen birds that are observed for the head hunt. So this is the blessing. This is the reward. These artifacts that we sometimes neglect to think about is that they're all interconnected ritually. There's a lot of ritual use in all of these things, and even this basketry with these designs on it. They're all reminders of cosmological or spiritual concepts that are in the belief system of the people that they belong to. I'm sure anthropologists have that. They think about that all the time, but for the modern Filipino, they just say, oh, it's decoration. But it's not really decoration, it's a reminder of that connection between our world and the spirit world. This is a taltalabong. It is a spirit raft that's used for sending offerings to the underworld, specifically to the sons of or the children of Kadaklan, who is the primordial god or the supreme being in their belief system. So the offerings are put in here, and then it's sent down a stream or a river. And it was believed that all rivers and streams flow down over the earth and make their way to the ocean, which is the entrance to the underworld where all the ancestors reside. When I first encountered this one last time I was at the museum, I was very emotionally overwhelmed because you have to think, this was collected, so we don't know if it ever got to serve its purpose, because normally it's sent down the river and it's left to go to the underworld, so to speak. So I was a little bit saddened that it didn't get to fulfill its purpose, but at the same time grateful that it has been preserved. Otherwise, we wouldn't have any examples. As we become more and more westernized, we forget to feed those who we belong to.